Hello Gemini, welcome to my quiet little corner here on YouTube. So today I'm doing your general read for the month of September 2024. Now this read, it will be time stamped because it's technically two reads in one. So we're going to start off with your finances and career and move on to love and relationships, okay? So we're just taking a look at your crystal for the month and you have got Sunstone. Okay, so what it is, Sunstone emanates feel-good vibes of warmth and radiance. The sun's orange and red sparkly light effect, aka spangling. Is that really a real word? Spangling, okay, is the result of copper inclusions reflecting the light from within. Who needs it? Fellas looking to operate on a higher plane. The vitamin D deprived, all solar-powered human beings who do not in fact harvest life force by turning up the brightness on their smartphones. Okay, where to put it? Anywhere that you're looking for a boost in stamina. First thought, the gym, sure bro. When to use it? Whenever it's time to get busy or when your disposition needs a little sunnying up. So your message with this one is to take back your shine with Sunstone, Gemini. So if you feel that you're needing more of like a positive influence or a positive outlook throughout the month of September, then maybe Sunstone is going to help you to achieve that. It's mostly about find your energy levels. Do you know what I mean? It's like the past few weeks, I don't know if there's been something in the water or something in the air, but it's been like the past few weeks everyone's just felt really down and depressed and heavy and, you know, muggy. So this is saying, look, it's time to find that pick-me-up again, okay? Vitamin D deprived, of course, yes. Do take a look at your vitamin D levels. Obviously, I'm not a medical health professional of any type. If you feel that you're needing more vitamin D, maybe sit outside in the sun. That's probably going to be really difficult if you're in the UK. It's like, sun? What's the sun? We don't have that in the UK. What are you on about? Find a way. Okay, find a way. Even if there's like a tiny little ray of sunshine coming through in your garden, just get a deck chair and sit in that tiny ray of sunshine. I don't know. Use your imagination. More vitamin D, okay? Time to put down your phone. Time to take a break from the blue lights. Okay, especially late at night, because that's going to play tricks on your brain and it'll actually stop you from falling asleep effectively at night. But yeah, Sunstone, that is your gem for the month. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at your finances, career and or studies, and we'll just pull some cards, see what comes out, and we'll clarify as we go. Okay, what's coming in for Gemini, please? Also, if there's anything you see that you don't like in a read, then it's completely within your power to change, okay? You absolutely do have free will. Right, so your first card that's coming out, Gemini, is the signs. You're putting together pieces of the puzzle from signs that you're getting. Pay attention to the coincidences that you experience. I'm always saying there's no such thing as coincidences, okay? Everything is orchestrated either by your hand, the hand of another, or the hand of the universe, okay? I've never believed in coincidences, ever. That's just me, though. So when they're mentioning about the coincidences, understand that there are actually messages for you specifically behind these perceived coincidences, okay? The universe is communicating with you all of the time. It is up to you as to whether or not you listen, okay? Something's building here in your finances and career. Something's building up. The pieces of the puzzle to do with your career, I feel those pieces of the puzzle are about to click into place and everything is going to make so much sense. Make sure that you do follow the signs, whatever they might be. Taking steps, action, yes. Action. It's time to take action here. Action is the key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. So if you feel at this moment in time, Gemini, that there are perhaps a lack of opportunities for you financially or career-wise, maybe even for your studies, okay, maybe in your local area they don't have further education on your particular chosen topic, okay, you have to take yourself to wherever the area is that has what you need, okay. Mountain and Muhammad comes to mind here, yeah. You've got to be prepared to create your own opportunities where you feel that there is a lack of given opportunities, right? Never be afraid to step outside of what you normally do, okay? It's time for you to take steps. So this combination is saying that basically the universe can only help you out so much. The rest has to come from you, right? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Shedding. Shedding. You're starting to outgrow your work situation. See, your current work situation, you have outgrown it. It's no longer a good fit for you. It was a good fit for you a few years back, maybe even up until a couple of months ago. It was a good fit. But right now, it is no longer a good fit for you. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. Yes, the snake is a symbol for healing and medicine. It can be a symbol for lots of other things as well that it's not so good, but you know, that's by the by, right? Let's keep it to topic here. Basically, your current work situation's no longer working for you, right? If your work doesn't work for you, then what is the point of that particular work? Yeah. You might find an opportunity this month, Gemini, in a new location. It feels like somebody is considering here moving away so that they can further advance their own studies or career. And if you are considering moving away for that, it's showing, yeah, that's a very good, noble cause, and that it's a very good idea, okay? So, I mean, it's been really 50-50 this month. Like, almost half of the signs got the message of, don't you dare make any grand gestures this month. It is not a good plan. Chop wood, carry water. And then the other half of the signs are getting these messages of, do you know what? Try it. See what happens. If you don't like it, try something else, you know. So half of the signs are getting a lot more freedom this month than the other half of the signs. And Gemini, you're definitely within that group of signs where you're actively being encouraged to make the grand moves, to make those grand gestures when it comes down to finances, career, love, everything, okay? So yeah, really do take advantage of that energy. And then, yeah, look, you've got education at the bottom of the deck. You may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. So you can only teach others to the extent of what you yourself know. You can't possibly teach others if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have that knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Literally, you can't pour from an empty cup, but in the context of teaching others, right? You can only teach others as much as what you know. So now is a time for you to expand upon your own knowledge, yeah? Which is a really good message for you, actually, because you're Gemini. A lot of Geminis that I've met anyway have all been Intellectuals, you know, they've all been really like super smart. They can articulate things in ways that I could never. So yeah, you've got a lot that you can work with here, Gemini. So never be afraid to say I don't know to something, and then go and find the answer, go and find the information. Okay. But yeah, give it some thought, because someone here is considering on some kind of further education, further development, and that is actually going to help you out, Gemini, so that you can expand on your own career after that. Okay. Right, so let's start clarifying. We don't need to clarify much. I need to clarify these signs. What's going on with these signs? What's going on with these signs for Gemini, please? Can you be more specific for Gemini? Thank you. Okay, 5 of Coins, Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. So the signs, it's something to do with your feelings of not being good enough. It's connected to that, okay? You got the 5 of Coins, the Emperor, and these energies are bookending your Ace of Cups. And I read within context, okay? Context is everything. So the signs that you're receiving, consciously, subconsciously, in your dreams, numbers, animals, synchronicities, there's a whole different plethora of ways that signs could come in. It would take me forever to list them all, okay? Ultimately, whatever you feel deep in your heart and soul is a sign specifically for you. That's what you need to run with. But I also will add a little caveat here and say, be cautious of spiritual psychosis. Do you know what I mean? Which is looking for signs in everything. It's a completely different thing, okay? It's like you won't even realize that it was actually a sign. You know, that's how the real ones work. Obviously, don't go looking. So that's the little caveat with that one. But it's all messages to do with you feeling somehow like you're not good enough, okay, with these. And Spirit's trying to encourage you and prove to you that you're plenty good enough and you absolutely do have what it takes, okay. Emperor, that is the divine masculine principle. Doesn't matter if you identify as feminine, masculine, gender fluid, doesn't matter, it doesn't make a difference, right? This is the state of doing, and the feminine would be the state of being, okay? This is Spirit's way, Gemini, of telling you, Gemini, get up off your arse and do it. Do it. Get it done. Whatever this is specifically for you, okay? Furthering your own education, finding a better job, teaching others, whatever it is. The universe is telling you, just get off your arse and do it, Gemini. Make a start. They're also saying that actually nobody really knows what they're doing 100% of the time. The vast majority of us are winging it. Okay, it's just some are better than others at making it look like they know what it is that they're doing. Not all of us actually know what it is we're doing. We don't. The universe is wanting for you to just make a start. Put one foot in front of the other and start on this plan of yours, this idea of yours. Okay, sitting around and waiting is not going to get you anywhere. This is not going to be the month for you to sit around and take it easy. Absolutely not. In fact, quite the opposite. Okay, remember what I said to you at the start. You're not within that group of zodiacs that we're being told, whoa, you need to go take a seat. Right? You're not within that group. You're within the group of get it done. Get it started. Okay? They're actively trying to encourage you here that you're on to a good thing. And this 5 of coins, that's internal energies. That's you telling you that you're not good enough. That's you. And then the universe is trying to tell you, Sag, serious, Sag, whoa. Strange slip up there. You could be dealing with a Sag, you could have Sagittarius placements in your own chart. It might mean nothing at all. Now, that could just be the energy that you're needing to tap into, which is optimistic, excitable, adventurous. It's, do you know what? I'm going to shoot my shot and see what happens. If it lands, great. If I miss, fine. I'll shoot my shot elsewhere. Yeah? The universe is actively trying to encourage you here, Gemini, to just make a start. You don't need a long drawn plan. You don't need to follow that plan step by step. You just need a brief overview. I want this, that, the next. I think how to get there is going to be this way. Okay, try it. All right, just make a start. The only one that's telling you that you're not good enough right now is you, Gemini. Simple as. Okay. Lean into that state of doing. Right, so I'm going to pull you a card for your guidance and advice. If you're interested in this tarot deck and this oracle that I'm going to use closer to the end of your read, if you're interested in either of these, there is going to be a link in my description box below on where you can acquire yourself one of these beautiful, beautiful, stunning decks. Right, the Queen of Pentacles is coming out as your advice. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Be grounded. Be realistic. Be, what's the word? Methodical. There we go. I had a major brain fart moment there. Be methodical. Isn't that ironic that I couldn't even think of that word? It's like my brain just went completely blank. Be methodical. Right. So, she is actually naked. Oh no. Naked women. Shock, horror. I've just totally flagged the YouTube AI. Don't give a shit. It's a symbol of vulnerability. And she's literally right next to this tree, which is stability and strength. Your advice is there is strength to be found in vulnerability. Okay. Yes, whatever this is you're attempting is making you feel really quite exposed and vulnerable. That takes a lot of strength. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who knows who they are. They don't need anyone else to tell them who they are. They're grounded and present in the moment. Okay. So your advice is to live in the moment, and then you won't miss a thing. Okay. Right. So, that being said, I'm going to pull one of these positive affirmations for you. What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? Gemini. That one, okay. Creating cooperation. Interesting. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. So you do have a role to play here, Gemini. That also screams to me of delegating responsibilities. So are there any jobs that you can delegate onto others, or that you can pause temporarily while you get this thing done? Okay, creating cooperation. Teamwork as well. Teamwork. Call upon good friends, good allies to help you out with this. Right, so I'm just going to clear the table so that we can take a look at your love and relationships energy. Now, with it being love and relationships, you do need to keep in mind it's not necessarily going to be romantic in nature, although it absolutely will be for some, but not all. Okay, so keep an open mind. We've got lots of different types of relationships with lots of different people. So with that being said, I'm going to pull from the Tea Leaf Oracle just to show you it is a complete deck, okay? And we'll see what comes out for you. Right. So your first one is the Flute in reverse, disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay. And then you've got wealth in the upright and money path off center. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Interesting. Wealth and money path off center. Okay. Let's take a look at this disappointment first, because do you know what comes to mind here immediately, Gemini? A gold digger. That's why we need to clarify and carefully clarify. That screams of gold digger. One of your friends, a lover or a potential lover, only interested in what it is they can get from you. Because this is a message about keeping your wealth safe. Was this flute in reverse for Gemini, please? It feels like it's going to blow up into a huge argument. The Emperor again. Yeah. Can you tell us more? I definitely feel that you're more in your Emperor energy this month, Gemini. Queen of Swords, clear communication. You're putting your foot down with someone here this month, Gemini. It's almost like you need to have this conversation with them because you genuinely do feel used by them, but you don't want to make it too obvious either. It's like you're trying to deal with this issue, this lack of trust with this certain person, with these feelings of how you feel utterly used and drained by them, but you want to tackle this in a really subtle way. It's like you're trying to avoid shit blowing up out of proportion. Yeah, Five of Swords off center and the King of Cups off center. See, it's like you've held your tongue for so long with this individual that now you've realized that you can't not say anything any longer because you have to put your boundaries in place. You've got to put your foot down with this person. You are still also afraid in a lot of ways at them thinking that you're a horrible person or something. Do you know what I mean? So shadow work is going to come into this one, Gemini. Shadow work so you can get to that point of no longer giving a shit whatever someone else thinks about you, okay? Listen, when it comes down to your own boundaries and someone else taking the piss out of your kindness and your generosity, you have to not give that shit about what they are going to assume that you're like, you know. If they think that you're being a shit, then fine, so be it. Let them think that. Let them think that. Let them think whatever they need to think in order for you to retain your own personal boundaries, okay? You cannot possibly continue down this path of helping out this individual and having them taking the piss. Like, it's unsustainable. That's why your money path has come out off center. There is a lifestyle here that is unsustainable. And why? Because someone else is not contributing to this. You're contributing to this, someone else is doing the deductions. Do you know what I mean? That's why you got this disappointment here as well. There's an unsustainable lifestyle. And it needs tackled sooner rather than later. You've been putting this off. You've been putting this off because you didn't want to upset them. You cannot afford not to upset them. So think about it that way. King of Cups off center. You don't want to trigger this person's emotions. You don't want to trigger them into having a meltdown. That's what that looks like to me. You're avoiding this person from having a meltdown because you don't want to deal with the repercussions of them losing their shit. Well, I'm sorry, but they're going to have to just lose their shit. Let them think of you whatever makes them feel better. Honestly. It's not worth all the stress and the anxiety. It's really not. Two of coins. Yeah, get your finances in order. Two of coins. Balance. Find your middle. Find your center. You're juggling. You're juggling at the moment. Struggling as well. Juggling and struggling, trying to keep your head above water here. It's unsustainable. You've got to find a balance. And if this individual, whoever they are, if they're incapable of adapting to your new rules, then they can go elsewhere. Like literally, yeah, Knight of Swords. You're going to have to be direct about this, Gemini. You can't beat around the bush, okay? You can't. Now, for a small handful of you, this is going to be a change in financial circumstances that is affecting a relationship that you have with another person. It could be with a significant other, it could be with a child, it could be with a parent. Okay, a situation where someone might have taken on like a really big mortgage, you know, because back in the day they had a really good job and they were able to sustain that, but now things have changed, and then we've got money pressures and anxieties and an unsustainable lifestyle that's showing out in your relationships, Reed. So this change in financial circumstances is absolutely changing up a relationship. Now, why would that be? Why would that be? So you need to ask yourself and answer to yourself honestly and truthfully, can you afford to keep this up? Because your cards are telling me no. Are they able to contribute and help out? Because the cards are telling me that they're not. You can't carry on like this, Gemini. And you can't put it off any longer. Because it's only going to get worse. I never quite got a chance to get my words out, but I was looking at this money path. And you've got the High Priestess, and you can see, because you're on the overhead camera at the moment, you can see the orientation that this one's come out in. It's more or less in the reverse position. You're going to have to tell this person the truth, Gemini. You can no longer afford to sustain something, or you can no longer afford to sustain their lifestyle. You can no longer afford to sustain fill in the blank here. The truth has got to come out, Gemini. You can't hide this any longer. It's also possible as well that they are completely and absolutely ignorant to your predicament. That's possible, for whatever reason. Maybe this is one of your children, you know, that you don't like saying no to. And so kids being kids, you know what they like. The more they get, the more that they ask for, the more that they want. That's just the nature of being a child. Even if it's an adult child, they still do it as well. But there we go, you've even got the moon at the bottom of the deck. Fears, secrets, emotions. Tell us more, Gemini. Thank you. Yeah, Hierophant and strength. You're going to have to be strict here. Okay, Gemini. Like, there's literally no other option. You're going to have to start being more strict. Either with this person or with your own generosity. You've got to say what you mean what you say, and stand by it. Okay. Yeah, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Temporary problems. Temporary problems that will be resolved, providing that there is action behind it. Moving out of troubled times as well. Okay, so next I need to pull you a healing message. Can you have a healing message for Gemini, please? Healing message for Gemini. Plant medicine. Okay, number 41. So your healing message, plant medicine. It says plant medicine is the use of plant or extracts to help treat and prevent diseases. This ancient form of healing has been an integral part of many cultures around the world. Plant medicines come in a variety of forms which can bring balance and harmony back to the mind and body. Some plant medicines... I'm not actually allowed to name that one because then the video will end up getting flagged with like an NHS banner or some shit on the bottom. Fact checking, basically. So I'm not going to say any names, okay? They contain compounds which can be used for ceremonial purposes, right? I'm allowed to say that. If you have been looking for ways to heal, then this card encourages you to explore natural methods in the form of herbal remedies. By taking a holistic approach to our health and wellness, we can address not just the physical symptoms of illness, but also the underlying emotional and spiritual issues that it may be contributing to. As human beings, we possess an incredible capacity for self-healing. Our bodies are complex and dynamic systems that are designed to heal at a cellular level. However, our healing ability goes beyond the physical realm and it extends to our emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. It is important to recognize that healing is not something that happens to us, but rather something that we can actively participate in. By taking responsibility for our health and tapping in to our resources and innate wisdom, we have the power to create positive change in our lives. Healing requires a certain level of commitment, self-exploration, self-care, and a willingness to embrace new perspectives. With the right tools, guidance, and mindset, we can unlock our full potential and create a life that is rich, fulfilling, and full of vitality. Remember, the power of transformation is within you, and nature is here to support you on your journey. Yeah, so obviously, number one, like, I have a legal duty to say this next bit because obviously I'm on YouTube, okay? I've got to be responsible, yada, yada, yada. Number one, always seek advice from a professional. Always do your own research, okay? Paramount. Now, I was having this conversation just the other day, and it's really cool how almost every single illness or ailment in life, there is a cure out there for it. Like, the universe is an incredibly abundant place, as is planet Earth. right? There's always like poisons and then antidotes and then sicknesses, and you know, with the sicknesses that there are cures, right? So again, I'm not going to get political, right? I can't afford to get political on my channel. That's going to be on a different channel, on a different platform, where we can all discuss things like that in great detail. But for your reading here, Gemini, it's saying, look, consider the world around you, okay? Consider what type of healing you're in need of, right? They say the place that you live, if you've got anything going on with you, look around your own home and the local area where you live, because guaranteed there are going to be plants that are growing near you that are actually going to be specifically to treat the thing that you're struggling with. Okay, it's really, really freaky how that works. But yeah, always do your own research, okay? I'm grateful for the abundant plant medicines that the earth provides. Thank you for the healing properties of plants such as lavender, chamomile and eucalyptus. I am allowed to mention those ones. That soothe our mind, body and spirit. Thank you for powerful and potent remedies such as ginger, turmeric and garlic, which help us fight illness and maintain health. Thank you for sacred plants such as, not allowed to say that one, and the second one, not allowed to say that one. I can tell you though, the second one is a type of cactus, begins with a P, right? The first one that I'm not allowed to say is starts AYA, right? Okay, read between the lines. They guide us on spiritual journeys and connect us to our higher selves. May we always honour and respect Mother Earth and the natural world. Also, never undertake anything like that if you're not fully ready and prepared to see your true inner self, okay? Not for the light-hearted, right? May we continue to learn from her wisdom and use her gifts to heal ourselves and our communities, okay? So, yeah. Your healing message is all about connect on a deeper level to the world around you, to earth, to nature. Sounds really, really hippie. I don't give a shit, okay? Basically, humans have been doing plant medicines for thousands and thousands of years. Why now, in modern day, is it seen as something that, oh, only the fucking hippies do? Like, make it make sense, seriously. But yeah, that's your healing message. What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Okay. So you've got everyone steps in shit. The key is to keep walking and it'll finally come off. So keep walking, Gemini, keep it moving. Okay, everyone steps in shit once in a while. Don't have that as an excuse to stop you entirely from achieving what you want to achieve in life. Okay, right, that is what I have for you guys. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you did like it and you're wanting to see more. For information on how you can book a personal reading with me, then that's going to be found in my description box below, along with the information for these gorgeous decks as well. Okay, so you will find all of that in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.